What if the real reason your English is not improving is not your level, your memory, or your pronunciation, but the fact that you are too comfortable? What if feeling a little nervous, a little unsure, and even a little embarrassed is actually the sign that real learning is happening? In today's episode, we talk about a powerful idea from the comfort crisis and how doing hard things on purpose can change the way you learn English and the way you see yourself. Stay with us, because by the end of this episode, you might stop avoiding discomfort and start using it as your greatest learning tool. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Learn English, Grow Yourself. I'm Mel, and I have to admit something. I feel very comfortable right now. Very, very comfortable. Warm room, soft chair, coffee in my hand, soft music in the background. I could stay like this all day.
That already sounds like the beginning of a problem. Comfort is sneaky, Mel. It feels good, but it slowly steals your energy and motivation.
You always say that. You are almost obsessed with discomfort.
Maybe, but today's book actually convinced me. The Comfort Crisis by Michael Easter made me question all the little comforts I take for granted. My heating, my easy food, my cozy sofa.
And my food delivery apps. I never thought I'd feel guilty for clicking Order Now.
Exactly. Comfort is everywhere. It's not just about physical comfort, it's about mental comfort too. We avoid thinking deeply, avoid challenges, and avoid making mistakes.
Studio atmosphere check for our listeners. Cozy, calm, microphones ready, and a hint of tension because we are about to challenge our comfort zones together.
And before we go deeper, I want to start with a question for all our listeners. What if the reason you feel stuck in your English or in life is not because things are too hard, but because things are too easy?
That question alone is already uncomfortable, and that's why you should stay with us until the end. The problem of too much comfort.
Let's start with the basic idea. Humans evolved to face challenges: cold weather, hunger, danger, long walks, carrying heavy things. Our bodies and minds are built for effort.
But modern life removed almost all difficulty. We sit more than we move, we eat without effort, we avoid cold, heat, and even small amounts of discomfort.
And according to Easter, too much comfort has hidden costs: anxiety, lack of focus, low motivation, even a strange sense of emptiness.
People often say, I have everything I need, but I'm still not happy. This book explains why. Comfort feels good, but it doesn't make you stronger or more fulfilled.
And this is where English learning comes in. Many learners avoid challenges because they feel uncomfortable. They prefer to watch videos with subtitles, repeat familiar words, and never speak out loud.
Waiting to feel ready, but ready never comes.
Exactly. Ready is often a myth. You have to act in discomfort to grow.
And that's the core message of the book. Positive discomfort, doing hard things on purpose, not extreme but meaningful challenges.
For example, walking instead of driving, or speaking English in a real situation, even if your sentence is not perfect.
Many learners avoid speaking because it feels uncomfortable. Silence feels safe, but silence does not improve English.
Action does.
I have a personal example. Last week, I called a restaurant in English to order a pizza for delivery. I was nervous. I stumbled over words. I didn't understand everything the person said, but I survived, and I felt proud.
That's exactly what Easter calls positive discomfort. You face a challenge, you survive, and your confidence grows.
Discomfort and personal growth.
Discomfort trains the nervous system. You learn that difficulty is survivable and confidence grows.
Confidence here is not perfection. It's trust in yourself. Trust that you can continue even when things feel hard.
For English learners, this is huge. Speaking with a stranger, sending a voice message, answering in class, all of these moments feel uncomfortable, but they're training your brain.
And the book suggests starting small. For instance, you could read a short English article every day and note the words you don't understand. That small discomfort is training.
Another idea, listening to a podcast without subtitles. Difficult at first, but your brain adapts.
And the next week, you'll notice that listening becomes easier, even enjoyable.
I remember trying that myself. I listened to a podcast about cooking in English. At first, I understood maybe 20%. I felt frustrated, but after a few days, I understood the steps, the ingredients, the jokes. That small discomfort improved my listening skills a lot.
And you didn't even notice the improvement at first. That's the magic.
Fear and anxiety.
Another big theme in the book is fear. Fear is everywhere in language learning. Fear of making mistakes, fear of sounding stupid, fear of silence.
Comfort feeds fear. When life is easy, small problems feel huge.
Easter explains that voluntary exposure to fear reduces its power. You face challenges intentionally, and fear becomes manageable.
For example, speaking English with a stranger, or leaving a voice message for a friend, or participating in an online discussion forum. All small but meaningful discomforts.
And boredom is important too. People hate boredom. They fill it with phones, videos, notifications. But boredom gives your brain space for reflection, creativity, and processing new information.
In English learning, avoiding boredom often means avoiding difficulty. You switch videos, you rely on subtitles, you repeat familiar words. But staying with the challenge is where learning happens.
I have an example from my own life. I tried shadowing an English podcast without looking at the transcript. At first, I understood almost nothing. I wanted to stop. But I forced myself to continue for 5 minutes. By the end, I could mimic pronunciation and intonation more accurately. Small discomfort, big results.
Nature and physical challenge.
Michael Easter also emphasizes nature. Walking long distances, carrying weight, being cold or tired.
No phone, no distractions, just you and your body.
Scary for many people, but powerful. You reconnect with your body and mind.
Learning English requires the same type of presence. Active listening, speaking without a script, letting mistakes happen.
Small daily actions, reading an English menu, asking directions, writing a short email. Each is a small adventure outside your comfort zone.
And the beauty is that your brain starts linking discomfort with learning. You see mistakes not as failure, but as training.
For example, last month I tried ordering in English at a local store in a city abroad. I mispronounced some words. The cashier corrected me gently. I laughed, learned, and felt more confident.
That's exactly the kind of voluntary discomfort the book promotes. You grow without needing extreme situations.
Effort and meaning.
Another lesson is effort creates meaning. Easy tasks feel empty. Difficult tasks feel rewarding.
That's why finishing a difficult assignment, completing a hike, or even sending your first email in English feels amazing.
I remember practicing speaking in English with a language partner. The conversation was awkward. I had to explain ideas slowly, but by the end, I felt accomplishment. That small effort was meaningful.
Every effort counts, and the brain remembers challenges more than comfort.
And mistakes become opportunities. They teach you how to adapt, how to correct yourself, and how to keep going.
Voluntary hardship means choosing challenges every day.
Speaking English even when you feel shy, listening without subtitles, reading complex articles.
Discipline is key. Small, consistent challenges. Over time, they create confidence and freedom.
For example, recording a 1-minute daily English diary. Small discomfort, big growth after a few weeks.
Or shadowing a podcast. At first, it's uncomfortable. By the 3rd day, your pronunciation improves and your brain adapts.
Modern anxiety and identity.
Modern life removed many natural challenges, so our tolerance for stress is lower.
Learning English helps train tolerance for uncertainty. You don't understand everything, and that's okay.
Accepting not understanding everything is a huge step toward confidence.
And seeing yourself as capable of handling difficulty changes behavior. You speak more, listen more, learn more.
That's the ultimate message. Comfort is not evil. Too much comfort can make you weak. Discomfort is training. Training makes you stronger.
Quick reminder, subscribe and share this episode with friends who love books or want to improve English.
Yes, it really helps the podcast reach more learners worldwide. Let's review key vocabulary.
Comfort zone. A place or situation where you feel safe but don't grow.
Example, if you stay in your comfort zone, your English will stay the same.
Discomfort. Feeling uneasy or challenged.
Example, discomfort is part of learning English.
Resilience. The ability to continue after difficulties.
Example, mistakes build resilience.
Anxious, nervous, or worried.
Example, too much comfort can make people anxious.
Challenge. Something that tests your ability.
Example, speaking English daily is a good challenge. Listening challenge. Repeat after us. Discomfort helps me grow.
I can speak English even if it is not perfect.
Confidence comes from action.
Speaking challenge. Record a 1-minute summary of today's episode using at least 3 new words.
Reflection prompt. Choose one small, uncomfortable action in English this week. Notice how you feel before and after. We'd love to hear from you. Write a comment answering, what uncomfortable thing will you try this week in English?
Speaking, listening, reading, or writing.
Remember, download the free PDF with transcript, book summary, vocabulary, phrases, grammar, pronunciation, and exercises.
Comfort feels nice today.
Growth feels better tomorrow.
2 voices, 1 goal. Better English, better you. Bye for now.